If I could give you what you wanted, what would it be? Well, I don't know. It's like, no, sorry. I cannot hit a target you won't specify. Let's discuss it at least. We got to have a target here. And so this is also if you're an employee. You got to know this if you're an employee. You're going to your boss with a problem. Why don't you go with a solution too? And if you're the sort of employee who goes to your boss with a solution, you'll racket yourself up the hierarchy. If you're in a halfway decent business, you will ratchet yourself up the hierarchy so fast you can't believe it, because you'll get a reputation as the person who can solve the problem. So, and you can actually play with this in your marriage, because one of the things that you can do, for example, is, well, let's say you say something that irritated your wife. Okay. And then you can say, okay, she'll say, well, that really bothered me. It's like, okay. It's an open question. Why? Maybe she's too goddamn sensitive, and maybe you're too much of a son of a bitch. It's like, who knows, right? But you can ask her, okay, if I had said what you wanted me to say in that situation, what would have I said? Now, that's a hard question. She has to think about that. It's like, well, what would have worked? And then she'll say, well, maybe you could have said this. And then you can say, okay, let me say it. Now, then she has, but it's sort of like, let me say it. It'll be sort of fake. It'll be a first pass approximation. You're putting words in my mouth, but let's assume that I'm trying to do something better stupidly and badly to begin with, with an eye to mastering it over 50 repetitions. Mm-hmm. So, but I'll start by just saying it. So she'll tell you what to say and you can say it. Now, if you're absolutely 100% unwilling to say it because you think it violates your conscience, that's a whole different issue. That means there's a deeper discussion to be had. But maybe you could try it. You could try it out for size. And maybe she could see if that sort of satisfied her. And now you've got a rubric for how that interaction might go in the future. Let's make it concrete. You come home at the end of a workday. Okay. There's a right way of doing that you have to negotiate with your wife. Maybe she rushes to the door and meets you with all the problems of the day. Okay, that's probably not a great strategy, because you're already up to here, you're tired. So is she, likely, from whatever she was doing. Maybe she was at work too. You can't meet each other when you're both tired every single day for the rest of your life with nothing but a ball of problems. Partly because if you do that 50 times, you're going to view the person as just a bunch of snakes that are coming at you. That's not good. Even if the problems that are being pointed to are real, you might think, okay, so you come home after work. What would be the best way for that to unfold? And you have to negotiate that. And I would say, let's parameterize that a bit. You're probably hungry. Well, you don't want to talk to someone. This is another great rule. Don't talk to your partner about something complicated when they're hungry. It's not going to work. So maybe you come home, you have something to eat, you kick off your shoes, maybe you take 10 minutes for yourself, and then you can talk. But you want to get that right. Or maybe you come home, you meet each other at the door, she gives you a hug, you have something to eat, you relax for a minute, maybe you have a shower, but then you've already negotiated about when you're going to have a conversation and you're going to be prepared for it. Now, people do this in the business. You don't just randomly discuss a bunch of problems at your business if it's running reasonably well. You have a meeting, it's parameterized. You kind of have an agenda. You have to do that at home. You have your home is also a small business, and it has to be run like that. And you have to spend 90 minutes, at least 90 minutes a week with your wife, just running the damn business. And I can tell you, if you don't do that, you'll never get to the play, ever. Because maybe you'll be romantically interested in each other and you want to spend some time together, but there's a bunch of problems brewing, and your wife will definitely this will absolutely happen, is that when you're trying to be interested in each other, these things will come into her mind and distract her, and she'll bring them up. And then you'll get pissed off because it's like, well, we're supposed to be having fun at the moment. We're supposed to be attending to each other. Why are you bringing that up? And the answer is, well, we're together and these are problems. We haven't set aside time to deal with them. The reason you should listen to your wife is because if you listen to her enough, she'll tell you what's wrong and what she wants. And then you can fix what's wrong and you can give her what she wants.